In this world there are players, and then, there are power players. They operate in the shadows, their actions calculated, their minds ruthless. They don't just play the game, they control it. You've heard of the dark side. But today, we dive deeper. Today, we reveal the ruthless mindset that can break anyone and build an unbreakable will. Welcome to the world of dark psychology. What does it take to become a power player? Is it sheer determination, an unyielding will, or perhaps an innate talent for leadership? The journey to becoming a power player is complex and multifaceted, involving a blend of skills, strategies, and psychological insights. Not just someone who wins, but someone who consistently outmaneuvers their competition, someone who can turn the tide in their favor, even in the most challenging situations. But someone who bends reality to their will? This requires a deep understanding of human behavior and the ability to influence and control the actions of others. It starts with understanding human nature, not with empathy, but with manipulation. This is not about being kind or compassionate, it's about knowing what makes people tick and using that knowledge to your advantage. They know people, fear people, and most importantly, they use these emotions to control. They are masters of reading body language, interpreting subtle cues, and predicting reactions. The ruthless mindset is born from one core belief: power is the only truth. In their world, power is not just a means to an end, it is the end itself. Every action, every decision is driven by the pursuit of power. This is where dark psychology comes into play. Dark psychology is the study of the human condition and the tactics used to manipulate and control others. It involves understanding the darker aspects of the human psyche and using that knowledge to achieve one's goals. It's the art of persuasion, control, and strategy, all hidden under the surface of seemingly innocent actions. A power player knows how to present themselves, how to speak, and how to act in a way that influences others without them even realizing it. The mind of a power player sees people as pieces on a board. And those pieces, they are not just individuals, they are opportunities, obstacles, and tools to be used in the pursuit of power. They can be moved, manipulated, and sacrificed. In the end, the power player is always thinking several steps ahead, always planning their next move, and always ready to do whatever it takes to stay on top. But to be a ruthless player is not about sheer force, it's about strategy. It's about the art of deception, the mastery of manipulation, and the precision of timing. Ruthlessness is a calculated dance, where every move is deliberate, every action is premeditated. It's not just about winning, it's about ensuring your opponent loses, about making them question their every decision, their every move. It's about knowing your enemy inside and out, understanding their motivations, their desires, and their fears. It's about studying them with the intensity of a detective, analyzing every detail, every nuance. It's about getting inside their head, predicting their moves before they even make them, understanding their weaknesses before they even do. It's about identifying the cracks in their armor, the chinks in their defenses. It's about exploiting those weaknesses with surgical precision, turning their strengths into vulnerabilities. It's about making them doubt themselves, making them second-guess their every move. Dark psychology isn't just mind games, it's a weapon. It's the art of psychological warfare, the ability to manipulate and control. It's about planting seeds of doubt, fear, and uncertainty in the minds of others. It's about using those seeds to control their actions, to bend them to your will. It's knowing how to exploit fear, guilt, and doubt. It's about understanding the power of these emotions and using them to your advantage. It's about making others feel vulnerable, making them question their own worth. It's about using their own emotions against them, turning their fears into your strengths. It's using them to break others down while you climb higher. It's about stepping on others to reach the top, about using their failures to fuel your success. It's about being relentless, never giving up, never backing down. It's about having the determination to succeed, no matter the cost. They know when to strike. They know the perfect moment to make their move, the exact time to go in for the kill. They have the patience to wait, the foresight to plan. They understand that timing is everything, that one well-timed move can change the course of the game. They know when to retreat. They understand that sometimes the best move is to step back, to regroup, to reassess. They know that retreating is not a sign of weakness but a strategic decision. They have the wisdom to know when to fight and when to wait. They understand that power is a game of patience, manipulation, and calculation. They know that true power comes from the ability to control, to influence, to manipulate. They understand that every move must be calculated, every decision must be strategic. They know that power is not given, it is taken. And if you want to survive, you have to think like them. You have to understand their mindset, their strategies, their tactics. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to go to any lengths. You have to be ruthless, cunning, and strategic. You have to be willing to play the game and play it well. You have to become the master of your own mind. You have to control your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. You have to be disciplined, focused, and determined. You have to be willing to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to grow. You have to be the master of your own destiny. Control your emotions, and the world bends to your will. When you master your emotions, you master your life. You become unshakable, unstoppable. You become a force to be reckoned with. And in the end, that is the true strategy of the ruthless. But there's a price. Power is alluring, a beacon that draws many towards its light. Yet the journey to the top is fraught with peril and sacrifice. Every power player must make sacrifices, relationships, time, and often, their own peace of mind. The pursuit of power demands a relentless focus, one that can alienate those closest to you. Loyalty and sometimes their own humanity. The higher you climb, the more isolated you become. The view from the top is breathtaking, but it's also lonely. The fewer people you can trust, paranoia sets in, and every shadow seems like a potential threat. The fortress you build to protect yourself can also become your prison, and as you manipulate others, you start to lose yourself. The strategies and schemes that once seemed like a game begin to erode your sense of self. You start to question your own motives, your own identity. The reflection in the mirror becomes a stranger, a shadow of who you once were. The ruthless mindset doesn't care about love, friendship, or connection. It demands that you prioritize power above all else, even at the cost of your own heart, friendship, or connection. The phone calls go unanswered, the dinner table remains empty. The pursuit of power leaves little room for personal bonds. All it cares about is victory. But what is victory without joy? The trophies and accolades feel hollow when there's no one to share them with. But what happens when the game ends? When the meetings are over and the office is empty, what remains? The silence can be deafening. When the walls of control start crumbling, power, once it's obtained, can turn into an addiction. The crown that once felt like an achievement now feels like a burden, can turn into an addiction. An addiction to power? It's a dangerous thing. One that consumes, one that leaves only shadows behind. The constant need to maintain control can drive you to the brink, one that leaves only shadows behind. The corridors of power are often dark and lonely, filled with echoes of past decisions and regrets. Because when you master dark psychology, you must ask yourself, at what cost are you willing to achieve your goals? The knowledge you gain can be a double-edged sword. You must ask yourself, at what cost are you willing to achieve your goals? The path to power is fraught with difficult choices and moral dilemmas. In the end, is it worth it? The question is simple. Do you want to be the king of a broken world? Or do you want peace, balance, and the ability to choose your destiny? The ruthless mindset of the power player will give you what you want, but at a steep price. It's up to you to decide if that price is worth it. The game is set, the pieces are in place. The question is, do you have what it takes to become a power player? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.